And then one that I bought because I know that one of the PlayStation 2 games for this series goes for a crap ton of money, and I know a friend that used to have it. We used to play it quite a bit. It is Def Jam Icon. If you don't know the theory behind this game, it's rappers become bored with rapping and decide to form a fight club. And it's fantastic. You know, a lot of them do wrestling suplexes and whatnot, so it's really fun to play. And then, for $1 each, a few Universal Game Selectors for the 3DS. You attach it on the bottom and then put the 3DS games in, and then you can select it from the side. So, I love peripherals like this. They're my kind of tacky. Alright. Next, we didn't find anything. Like, that was it. The next place we found things were EP Games, so actually picked up a pre-order there, and all of the 15-year-olds and bro gamers were there picking up Destiny, which, if that's your kind of game, best of luck to you, but not my kind of game at all. I was there to pick up something that's more my kind of game, something I really enjoyed for the Vita, for the original version. It is Danganronpa 2, what's the subtitle? Goodbye Despair. This is a visual novel kind of game with detective elements. So the story is you're the ultimate something. I don't remember what it is, but you're trapped in a school where everyone is the ultimate something. Like, they're the top of their field. And it's a murder game where you have to all murder each other without anyone else finding out. And when someone gets murdered, then there's a class trial, and you have to go around finding evidence to suggest who killed who. And it's very cool. I've always liked detective elements in games, and Phoenix Wright was very good. I enjoyed Murdered Soul Suspect as well as L.A. Noire. I love detective games, so this is right up my alley. The art style of it, not really my kind of thing. Like, it's kind of modern anime kind of art style, but it's very tongue-in-cheek. Like, it makes fun of its characters all the time. In the original, there was like this very stereotypical little nerd girl. That's probably my favorite character in the entire franchise, by the way. Just because of how she gets killed. Well, you'll find out if you play it. But there's this little nerd girl who's like supposed to be really cute and really innocent, and then there's this big, fat, sloppy nerd who just fawns after her and does her every bidding. And I was like, they know what's up. The developers know what's up. Now wait, my favorite character in this franchise or any other franchise was the ultimate motorcycle gang leader. Over the top, complete dickhead. I loved him. And I'm going into spoiler territory here, and I won't do it. But what happens to his character and how it affects another character is fantastic. Very much character pieces in those games. I love that game. Well, I'm not sure if I love that game yet, because I've only played its first game. And that came with an art book, which has kind of artwork to show you what kind of art style the rest of the game will be like, and I don't really like this kind of art. And that's nothing against the creators of the game, who probably spent a lot of time putting effort into this. And I won't show you all of it, but I will say there's an ultimate gamer chick, and she probably gets it bad. When she dies, it's probably very, very humorous. Because she looks like that kind of stereotypical person that a gamer would fawn over. Very fun. Very fun. Alright, what else do we have? I went to another cash converters in my local area. I was there to pick up some stuff I want on their kind of web shop. And those games were Final Fantasy X-2. You know my opinion of these. $3. If I don't have it in my collection, I'll keep it. If I do, I'll sell it. I don't know if I have it or not. And then 3 FIFA titles. I'll be keeping the FIFA 09 because it's a later game in the PlayStation 2's library, and they were all $1 each. The other 2 I'll use for replacement cases. Easy done. And then while I was waiting for them to process my order, you know, I walked in and they just instantly knew to go out and get my order, so that's very nice of them. I was walking around and I found a movie. Very good movie. One that I haven't seen for years though. I remember it being good. It's from M. Night Shyamalan. It is Unbreakable, which is Will Smith as a superhero. It's kind of big box, which I don't see very often for DVDs. 2 disc. It was only $2. Also found, I looked this up afterwards. I don't usually look up a lot of titles, but because I don't really care how much stuff goes for, but because this is a newer game, I looked it up. Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. For whatever reason, on the EB Games website, this is pre-owned for $43. Excuse me. And I got it for $7. Great stuff, great stuff. And that's basically it. Other than that, I just have to say, the games I finished this last week, only one. I beat The Ring, Terra's Realm, I think it's called, on the Dreamcast. I've really been getting back into the Dreamcast lately. I've been playing a ton of games for that system. And they're really good, very, very fun. Including this one, I really enjoyed it. It's supposed to be one of the lesser horror games for the Dreamcast, but I thought it was really goofy. It's fun, very fun. And it's one of those games where you play it and you instantly know this is a Dreamcast game. Because it has the kind of PlayStation 2 era graphics, maybe a little bit before the PlayStation 2, and it uses tank controls. So whenever I play a game like that, I instantly think of the Dreamcast, and whenever I'm playing whenever I play Code Veronica, I just instantly know this was originally on the Dreamcast. So it's one of those kind of games, so if you don't like tank controls, might want to give it a miss. But the writing in it is very bad. It's very fun though. The plot of the game is that Sadako from The Ring has been transported from a movie form, so you don't have to watch the movie to get the curse, into a video game form. And you have to go into this video game, which you can access via your laptop in your office, to face her down and fight her. And it's very fun. Very fun. And actually the moments when you're inside the laptop are pretty spooky. It's really dark and there are a lot of monsters around, so... And you don't get a whole lot of health potions. So, that's the only one I've played. Apart from that, I'll just kind of... Oh wait. Crap. I actually have some movies to show. I don't do this a whole lot, but I won some films off of eBay. I've been getting back into movies because they're just fun to watch. Unlike a video game, you can just sit down, spend like an hour and a half watching something and completely get the story, so it's a welcome change from like having to play 7 hours of a video game to get into the story. It's a quick fix, if you will. But the movies I got off of eBay were all ones that I knew I would never find myself just out and about. They're not the kind of movies you just find. And the first one is Das Boot. This is supposed to be a really good World War II movie about Germans in a submarine, so that's cool. I'll get around to watching that later. I found this title because I found out that it was based off of a book written by the person who did Neverending Story, and Neverending Story is up there with my favorite movies. It goes Labyrinth, Neverending Story, everything else. It is called Momo. Still brand new. Unfortunately, it's a bootleg, so yeah, it's still in English, I think. Subtitles Korean/English, and the language is Italian, so who knows. It was cheap enough so that I didn't care. And then the last one, which I found for a really good deal, it was only $8 shipped. Like $8 and free shipping. I thought I had every Ring movie, and now I do, so... Now unless... No, wait, I don't. That's a lie. I have the American versions of Ring 1 and 2, and this one comes with ringers. Well, I think it's just called Rings, I don't remember. It's a short film based on The Ring. I also have the Ring cycle, which has the Ring 1, Ring 2, and Ring 0. And then, I didn't even know this existed. It doesn't have an English equivalent, so that's kind of what threw me off. And it's not actually called The Ring. It is called The Spiral, which, it's not even called that in Japan. It's called Raisin in Japan or something. I don't know why. I mean, a raisin is a fruit. Why would you name your movie after a fruit? But this is supposed to be a less direct sequel, I guess, to The Ring, because it doesn't follow any of the characters from the first one. It goes to a new storyline. So that'll be good. So now the only Ring movie I actually need to find is the very first Ring movie, which just follows the book to a T, which... It's only in Japanese anyway. I don't even think it's ever been imported, so... Even if I wanted to watch it, I wouldn't understand what's going on. And that's just about everything. That is just about everything. I'll get downstairs, I'll edit this together. Clearly this is not under 15 minutes, so expect this to be a two-parter. Hip hip hooray. And that is all I have to say. This is Seeker of my house bidding you farewell. Stay out of my op shops. I'll tell ya!
And that's all, folks.